Hey besties, we have a lunar eclipse happening in Virgo either tomorrow or Friday, depending on what part of the world you're in. Here's what you need to know about it. So, this full moon is putting a lot of emphasis on our spiritual growth, creativity, and alignment with our higher purpose. There's also a theme of finding balance between um, seeing tangible results and having complete blind faith in something. And this is a theme that we're going to be experiencing for the next year or so while the North Node is in Pisces and the South Node is in Virgo. Now, like any eclipse, this lunar eclipse is probably going to shake up some area of your life, and we're going to break that down by your rising sign where this moon is going to be hitting you. But mutable signs, Pisces and Virgo specifically, you guys are going to be feeling this the most. Geminis and Sagittarius, you're going to catch some strays too. But this particular moon, you're going to see possibly more unexpected opportunities or sudden shifts happening because there are some aspects happening to Uranus, which is the planet of the unexpected. Now, like any other full moon, this is a really good time to be introspective, reflect on things that you've either accomplished or would like to change, and start taking action towards becoming that person that you want to be. But because we are also in the middle of a Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde is starting this week, this is going to be more amplified in terms of reconsidering our self worth, our relationships, and how we relate to people on a one on one basis. So, with all that said, let's go ahead and get into your rising sign. Pisces risings, this eclipse is happening in your seventh house of one on one relationships. Now, this could be platonic, like your best friend. This could be romantic, as in your romantic partner, or even business partners. This is going to bring about some clarity or possibly even endings to a particular relationship that you are currently in. So, keep that in mind. This also could just be a sudden realization about some sort of pattern that you have in your relationships, past or present. Um, that forces you to kind of look at who you let into your life and if that aligns with who you are now and where you're going. Aries risings, this eclipse is happening in your sixth house of health, daily routines, and acts of service. So there could be an unexpected issue or realization about your physical health, or there could be a realization that you might need to practice more self care and scale back maybe doing so much for other people. Taurus risings. This is an interesting one. The eclipse is happening in your fifth house of creativity, romance, and children. I'm just going to say it. Some of you guys could be finding out that you're pregnant around this time. Okay, I'm just going to put it out there. If you already have kids, this is a really good time to resolve any issues or challenges you've been facing related to them. Or you could be getting some unexpected news. Maybe they hurt themselves at school, just something you're not expecting, or they could be announcing something. Okay, now, dating wise, some of you guys could be taking some time to reflect and release some lingering baggage related to past relationships, or you could be seeing potentially an ending to a current romantic situation if it's just not aligning with who you are and where you're going. Okay, some of you guys could also be experiencing some breakthroughs if you've been having creative blocks as well. So, kind of a mixed bag, but it's going to be an interesting one for you guys. All right. Gemini risings, this eclipse is happening in your fourth house of home, family, self care, and emotional well being. There could be some unexpected news or issues related to your family or the home in which you live. So, refrigerator might go out and you need to replace it, something like that. This could also bring up some old emotional wounds or habits that you've developed from your early life. And this could also be a time where you need to release some of those emotional reactions that you have, or even potentially expectations that you feel are placed on you by your own family. Cancer risings, this eclipse is happening in your third house of your communication and thought processes, your local community, short distance travel, and siblings. This could bring you an unexpected encounter that kind of holds up a mirror to you and shows you where you may need to adjust your communication style or change the mindset in which you think about yourself and your capabilities. You could also have a really unexpected event happen in your neighborhood or while you're out driving or with a sibling. So please be safe, especially while driving. Leo risings. This eclipse is happening in your second house of money and self worth. So, you are probably doing a lot of reflection on your financial habits, your personal values, and what generally makes you feel secure physically. You may be trying to work through fears related to finances or self worth, and you may even run into somebody that can show you how you can make some valuable changes in these areas. Virgo risings, this eclipse is happening in your first house of identity, appearance, and how you approach your personal goals. You may be having a small identity crisis. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So, not a big deal, but you could be, reconsidering your entire image, essentially from your outer appearance to literally how you interact with other people. This is just a really good time to reflect and work through any old habits that you want to release and things that are holding you back from being your true self. Libra risings, this eclipse is happening in your 12th house of mental health, spirituality, and things that are hidden from us. This is a really great time to work through any fears or insecurities, emotional habits, patterns, wounds, things like that that may be holding you back. You may also get a sudden realization or a breakthrough in terms of your mental health or the way that you see and believe in yourself, which will ultimately help you pursue your personal goals a lot better. Scorpio risings. This eclipse is happening in your 11th house of social circles, friendship groups, and long term goals. This one could be a doozy because there could be a sudden change or issue related to friend groups or a long term goal of yours. This could also bring up some realizations that maybe you need to release a certain friend group or long term goal just because it no longer aligns with who you are or who you want to be. Sagittarius risings. This eclipse is happening in your 10th house of career and public reputation. You could be getting some unexpected recognition, and maybe from your boss or a big authority figure in your industry. You could also be reassessing your long term career goals and seeing if they still align with who you are and where you want to go, which means some of you guys may be considering leaving your job or your career of or industry of choice altogether. Capricorn risings, this eclipse is hitting your ninth house of spiritual beliefs, your philosophy, higher education, and long distance travel. This could be a really good time to release any limiting beliefs and shift your approach to higher education or how you view the world in general. There could also be some unexpected disruptions in terms of travel, so just be prepared for that. Last but not least, Aquarius risings. This eclipse is happening in your eighth house of intimacy and shared resources. This is an interesting one, Aquarius risings. You may be getting called out about how you approach physical or emotional intimacy by a partner. You could also be transforming your finances by clearing out any debt, downsizing where you live, or maybe even moving in with someone new. There may be some really old baggage kind of lingering around in these areas of life. So, this is a really good time to work through those, any fears, insecurities, and just approach them with a new empowered view. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment below with your rising sign and let me know if you've been feeling any of these shifts or if you felt them after the eclipse. And yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.